friends. We are at EJS, Easter Jeep Safari 2026. Super excited to be here. It's been a few years since I've been here, and we were here with Randy's Worldwide. It's been awesome to be wheeling with those guys, and it was a heck of a week. So it's been a while since I've been here. I've been coming to EJS, actually, I think my first one was in 2018. It's always been one of my favorites. Like, I've got a couple like high water marks in my, in a years of events. KOH is always there, Trail Hero is absolutely up there, and then being out here in Moab. It is an amazing place, both aesthetic as well as like the crawling here is some of those classics. It's stuff that if you've never been, you're watching online. There's so many trails out here in Moab, and it is spread out geographically quite far from trailhead to trailhead. It is a different animal than maybe most of the wheeling that you've done if you've never been here before. You're spending some like highway miles to get to, and dirt road miles to get to some of these different trails. But like the closest one right behind town is one of the most unique ones, and that's like what a lot of people think about is at Hell's Revenge. And it's where instead of being on dirt and you're hitting rock boulders and ledges and things like that, you are driving on solid slab of rock, and it is just unique because you're driving up some of this stuff that it's like you're like an ant, going up this massive climb, and some of it's quite steep.
Back here.
Oh yeah. Nick has this system called Wolfbox. And so you've got this mirror, and it puts in a camera that's forward facing, one that is or down low, one is off the back of the camera itself, forward facing, and then a camera on the back of the car. These things are actually quite crystal clear, like the monitor and the screen. I was really impressed with the clarity of everything. And Nick thought it would be a great idea to throw a giant sticker across his windshield and go Ricky Bobby style, and then drove it without being able to see, drove it by cameras alone.
That was something right there. I mean, shout out to Wolfbox. That was pretty insane. Like how clear that camera was is, why that was so easy. I think with some comms, that's my reverse camera. I think with some good comms and someone helping me spot a little bit, I might be able to go up backwards.
Not only did he drive up it, he drove down it and in reverse, all with cameras.
Line looks great, keep the front straight.
you get a massive variety of rigs that come up it too. I mean, we saw like a Lexus SUV go up that thing. We saw some dirt bikes go up it, some XJ issues. It's an easy obstacle until, and if you just take the wrong line, it can unsettle a car real quick. And unfortunately, we had one of these XJs get too far right, get too high on the wall there, and it put him right over onto his side, like halfway up the wall.
You actually could probably back out of that. If I were him, I'd go in reverse, turn a little driver, go in reverse, and that'll stand back up. Oh, fuck, he's on fire now.
You're famous now.
That's cool. On my wheels?
I'm gonna back down it and grab him and yank his ass up. Soft shackle and a winch.
Well, Nick backed down and was able to hook a winch onto the car so it didn't go any farther down. And then he was actually in enough of a situation where they think they had like 3 or 4 people get on it, and they were able to push it back onto its wheels. Fortunately, like as soon as he got it upright, he tried to fire it, and it was hydrolocked, and there was like a pop. And that was the end of that motor.
Sounded good when he did that.
Unfortunately, it didn't get the time to like settle and get all the fluids back to where they were supposed to be. Nick was able to like just tug him out, and I mean it was an effort for sure to like. Alter Ego is a very large rig with a lot of rubber contact on the rock, and he was just like working, spinning tires, just trying to work it. But between winching out, like let him get up with a certain thing, I mean you just tug that thing right out, which was pretty cool to see. Got the rest of them through, and then I got my shot. I've run this, obstacle a bunch of times, and so I just wanted to speed run the thing, and yeah, I just ripped up it, and it's always a good time adding speed to anything generally. Another iconic location, another obstacle there on the trail are the tubs, and there's Devil's Tub and there's Mickey's Tub. Mickey's I've done multiple times over the years with different crews, different teams and stuff, and it's a lot of fun. My rig's always liked it. Devil's Tub is an infamous pit of doom. It is like twice as large as Mickey's Tub, and it is a very vertical wall to get out of it, and it is absolutely unforgiving if you don't make it. I've never even bothered to try it, but I had 2 things happen for me this year. One, I heard that it was dry, and Devil's Tub almost always has water in it. And then the other element was I had these stickies. I've never had the stickies, And when we drove over there, sure enough, the tub was dry. And I said, if the tub is dry, I'll run it. If there's ever a chance, this is it. Nick dropped in there first in Ultra Ego, and I'm telling you, it really didn't like send me with like confidence. Now, he's got a bunch of horsepower, very long, big tires, everything that I don't have. And then he just, when he goes for it, just throws on thing, and thing is just, it was like, very exciting and fun to watch, and one shots up and out of it. And that was not how my Jeep was ever gonna do it. Just kind of rocked my Jeep a little bit, trying to feel like what it feels like. But I've noticed actually when with these stickies, my suspension has a tendency to get into a little bit of a hop. Like it'll start to get into a little rhythm. I think there's just more traction and more grab, and it kind of wants to load up more. Sure enough, it climbed right out, and without a whole lot of wheel spin. I mean, there was some, but really not a whole lot. So that one's huge. That was one I've just written off. I didn't think that would be something I ever necessarily tackled, and here we are. So the next morning we had lined up was a run with our friends at Yukon, going up Rusty Nail. It's another one where it's a bit of a trek to get out there, but once you're there, some of the obstacles are pretty classic, and there was a great turnout. There was a bunch of people there in the staging area for the morning.
Yep.
And you get the first obstacle is like far to the right. You can kind of take on a little wall.
With us out there on the trail, we had the full Randy's worldwide family of brands, Yukon, East Coast Gear Supply, Dynatrack, and as well as Motobilt. And it was a big group. We had a lot of people out there, and we had other groups in front of us and behind us too. There were a lot of cars on that trail.
I mean, it is EJS, kind of, you kind of expect it, but I was definitely, with the size of the group, I'm always kind of worried when we kind of like...
I was shocked.
When the group gets bigger, it's kind of like, oh man. But with this group though, there was a lot of wheel experience there. There was and all the rigs were built well, and like a lot of seat time.
There was some sitting and waiting for other groups, but our group seemed to get through the obstacles really quickly.
Yeah. There is a rock, it's a rock ledge with another one there, and for a lack of a better term, just kind of looks like a butt. We kind of call it the butt. And it's been challenging. Like, I've never made it up. and it was putting me over like onto my side. I was pretty on my side, and literally, and having to like drive it back onto its wheels again, like, and save it. It wanted to roll me over. But I could also feel that the car was like this close, and it was just a matter of just finding that just right line and the timing, and because I could feel it pulling, you know, and it wanted to be there. And when it did, it like, it went, and it was awesome.
Oh yeah.
Alter Ego, that thing's just so massive, and it just rear steers, and it just makes its way and right up on top of it. The Easter Jeep traffic jam hit,
Yeah.
and it hit
It
hard.
happens out here.
It was
you know.
like the 405.
I counted cars. I think in our Yukon group we had 30 vehicles,
Yeah.
and there were groups in front of us and behind us.
Yeah. This year, I've done the wall before. This year was harder than I've seen it. It seemed like since I had been,
It's washed out. It's been
it's
dug
dug
out.
down deeper than I ever remembered
yeah.
it. It is a three-staged obstacle, if you will. A lower tier, middle tier, and then the last largest one being the most difficult. And I really enjoy this obstacle, or this set too, because you kind of, it's not a one and done. You have to do one and be setting yourself up for the next one and where your car's gonna be if you're gonna try and one shot this whole thing. It's not just get up this, it's get up and.
It's our turn. Am I going straight?
Go. Go.
Our man Dan from Motobilt, he has one of the rowdiest Jeeps like on the planet, El Jefe. And we all love to hear Dan like get on it too, because that thing is nasty. He throttles it, you know, and there's so much traction here that it just will snap stuff. And he had snapped the CV on the rear drive shaft right up by the transfer case.
That's why I was thinking if we back them up a little bit, maybe just pop a cap off.
Yeah, take that out of there. That'll make a little bit more room. Yeah, this is all twisted. That's why it won't slide. We wrestled that shaft out of there. Once we had gotten that thing out, then he was in 2-wheel drive. So we were able to winch him up, and he still, it was under his own steam, so to speak. Yeah, I mean, Moab claims another one, and it'll claim the best. It was a recipe for it to take a long time, right? You know, and it worked out really well. We had a rig at the top set up as a winch point, and it was just kudos to the entire group. They would go up and they would give it a couple shots, and if it wasn't happening, they'd pull a line and keep this machine going, kind of thing. We had Warren winches pulling double time. And it's really nice too, actually, was the Factor 55s, the Ultra hook. Having the hook makes it really quick too, because you're not necessarily having to like sling and rig every time. You can just snap it, winch it, boom, up, out, reel it in, next. It was finally my turn to run all the way back down to go get my car. It worked out for me. Gave it you get in, you get high, hard right, work your way up, and that classic Moab bump, throttle application, the right amount at the right time, and we shot right up it, no problem.
Hey, Chris, a little preemptive setup or what? You know, better safe than sorry. Sure. Before I even got to the wall, after I made it up to the ledges, I looked up there, I saw Alter Ego at the top and soft shackle hanging off the rear bumper, and I was like, okay, that's what we're doing.
You start tugging up, hard driver. Go, go, go. Yep.
No left turn is exactly what it sounds like. There's a reason.
Yeah, just don't go right.
A little kind of an off-camber drop down V-notch slab with a big drop, and then the left side of the car has to go over a boulder while the right side of the car has to try and stay off a wall.
But it's like a drop off, you know, on that far side. So like it is intimidating when you're, but it's really visual. Like it's not too much, like too challenging as long as you've got a well-built car. It's really, there's not a whole lot that you're, as a driver, having to do. The car is doing a lot of it, and you just kind of just stay strong in mind and block the chasm out, you know, on your left, and just let the car do its thing and just stay next to that wall. Visually exciting to drive, and it's visually appealing to like watch the rigs come down it, especially, you know, at the end, because you have a passenger tire still on the wall while that left comes down off of that thing, and you can kind of get some cars pretty flexed out as they're exiting it too.
Don't listen to him, honey.
I'm not. It's fine. It's fine.
Keep going.
I hate you.
Keep going. It's kind of like that. Keep going.
This is so boring.
Nice and slow.
I hate you, Nick. I hate you. You did that on purpose. I hate you.
Nothing to hold on to over here. Look, I'm like grabbing for everything.
This is like Disneyland. You're supposed to stay in the ride the whole time.
Hard left turn.
Good job. But that's classic Moab. Yeah. You know, I mean, there's so many of these trails that just have exposure.
Off-camber edges.
Yeah,
That's
and you're
what
just like, you
here.
have to deal with the exposure. It's just part of the excitement.
You know, at Trail Hero, I mentioned more than once that I wish I had a sway bar on the two-door, right? So I did put a rear sway bar on before we came out here. Still not fun, especially when you're leaning over to that driver's side. You know, if you're leaning over to the passenger side and you can't actually see it, you're like, okay, this is fun. Nope.
Yeah.
You're leaning to the to the left, and the car rocks over, and you're like, whoa.
Yeah. I love it. I love it because it takes something that you would otherwise, a section of trail that you would otherwise, it's just kind of in the way and you're getting through to get to the next obstacle. All of a sudden, it has your full attention, you know? So that's kind of cool. What happened? What happened, Chris?
Drive up to it, and the back tires didn't climb. So I back up a little bit, a little bump. You were talking about how well the stickies work, right?
The stickies they're like.
They are a game changer.
They are.
And they will definitely assist in snapping some parts.
Shaft. Oh no, your rear drive shaft. Can I back up?
That thing snapped so cleanly, like wherever that little groove, that chamfer is, like it snapped in that. And I mean, I was able to I could run my finger across it like a hot knife just went through butter on that thing. Snapped so cleanly right there. But luckily, there was just enough on the stub coming out of the transfer case there that, well, we could weld it.
Yep.
So we did. Bro, look at this. Boom. I want to see at least 24, and we got 25.3. Maxed out 26, so we're styling, bro.
Absolutely. And I probably said it a dozen times laying under the Jeep. I did this to myself. I did it to myself because when I put the 4-link on the back of the Jeep, I built all that around a stock drive shaft. Yeah.
Keep going right there. So we went from hours of delay to, that was 30, 40 minutes maybe? Yeah, and you drove on out with it, no problem.
Only vibrates a little bit.
I mean, I thought I got it just right.
No,
I thought it was perfectly
it's
straight.
Very good, you know.
I did it by hand, give me a break.
Right? I don't sightsee when I'm on the trail. Everybody's talking about these incredible views, and I'm like, no, I gotta stop and force myself to look around. And I was like, yeah, you're right. This is an amazing place.
It makes you feel small. It's one of those things I love about Moab is it is as aesthetically pleasing as it is fun to drive.
Yeah.
another classic is double whammy. There is kind of like an easier side.
I obviously drove around it.
Right, you were saving the car at that point, and then we took on the hard side, and it's one of those, you try and crawl it, you know, you always want to, you always think, but it just takes that bump. It takes the Moab bump. You do, and when you start doing that enough, it's just like, it just becomes second nature, and you just give it that tap at just the right time, and traction's there, and and they climb right up. But it's classic.
Because you are driving across just a really large slab of rock, you get to some wide open areas where there's the main trail marking, but then there are popular option lines to the left or the right. Or if you're wheeling a wounded car, you're maybe trying to take the easiest way across the rock. It's a unique feature to this area versus wheeling more on the eastern side of the country where everything's wooded and muddy and rutted and two-track. And
yeah, it does give you that kind of a bit of a dealer's choice kind of a feel,
for sure,
where you can kind of pick your poison.
I thought for sure that when we got to the waterfall, that we were going to be sitting in traffic like we had in years past, waiting hours to get out. And I saw the waterfall, and there was nothing.
There's nobody there.
Nobody there. So it was really cool to just pull up to that and be like,
hey, there's a chance we can get out of here in daylight.
We're done. Yeah. I had no reservation about driving up it this year at all, except that we welded the drive shaft.
You didn't trust my welding.
So,
yeah, that's right.
Go, gas. Hug that little rock up there on your left. Scott, spot him. Scott, first gear, go.
So when it came time for Braley to take on this waterfall, this last like major obstacle, it was going to be interesting if for no other reason as she's on leaf springs. And
she
so,
wanted to crawl it. She wanted
to so badly because she knows how wild her car gets with the wrap, you know, when she's got to get on it. And when she finally gave it what it truly needed to get up this thing, that thing was like a bucking Bronco. Like immediately my mind went to like a cowboy on a Mustang that is like arched back, all four like legs in the air, and that cowboy's just spurring. And it was definitely the most exciting thing for me to watch for the day.
After the waterfall, you get up that. It's the last obstacle, but it's not the end of the trail. You still have some rocky sections, some off camber, some ledges. You do meet back up with the Gemini Bridges Road, the long drive in, so you have to go out the same way.
Mm-hmm. And it's that chance to like stretch the legs, and I mean, if there's the opportunity, you gotta kind of build up a little bit of speed and have a good time ripping out of there. Pretty drive out and back to the bridges and back home. I like the kind of surfy wave to it too. Like it kind of starts to kind of overhang and kind of in there, you know. So it's cool, dude. It's such a good, yeah. And it's just hooking up. It's so sick. Yeah, I love it. It's like getting barreled. It's like getting barreled in pipeline. Stupid. So stupid. Yes, bro. That's the Jeepers version of getting barreled. Stupid. So stupid.
All right, moving on.